Hi everybody. Next up on my collection videos is the 3DO. Now it debuted roughly at the same time as the Philips CDI, and they have somewhat of the same idea. Both were multimedia machines that relied heavily on the CD format that they were carrying. Use lots of videos and make some educational titles and stuff like that. But 3DO really wins, trashes the CDI because the 3DO actually has some decent games as well. Like here, the very first Need for Speed. That's quite an achievement, get the first in a series that has run for what, 15 years and still tops the sales charts whenever a new game comes for the new consoles. And this is not bad. Now naturally the graphics are not up to par to the standards of, well, PlayStation 1 games even, but this is a really nice thing for the 3DO to have. The case here, it's fun. It's this really long box, and you have you have space for 2 CDs, but only one here, and it's actually on springs. I don't know what, they keep bobbing about here, but nice these long cases. Like here, Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo also comes in this long box, but actually there is just a CD case inside here. But again, this is the Super Turbo version of the Street Fighter 2 was never released for the Super Nintendo, and it was first released here on 3DO and, well, much later on the PS1. And the difference to the last game on the Super Nintendo, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, is that, well, not only do you get the baddest character in the whole game series, Akuma, but the game also introduced super moves with the charging super gauge, and stuff like this is common now on Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 3 before it, but it was first introduced here, and the first home port was for the 3DO. But you really need an arcade stick for playing this, because the controller for the 3DO wasn't that great. Myst, a classic game of the CD-ROM era, naturally more known for its PC version, but it was a nice addition for the 3DO's game library as well. But Myst was released for Jaguar CD as well, so that isn't that much of an accomplishment, but nice game. Hell, a cyberpunk thriller that stars Dennis Hopper and Grace Jones, actual actors here. And this is a cutscene festival, lots of CGI here, and real actors as well. Like many games in the era, you just had to cram that CD-ROM full of stuff. This is, I haven't played that much of it, but it is, a mature game, something that was quite rare these days. Most games were just candy colors and cheery words, but Hell was something different. Then we have here Space Hulk, another game that first debuted on the 3DO, but later was ported to the PS1 and Sega Saturn. I really like Space Hulk. I've liked the Games Workshop board games and miniature games, and this is a really nice incarnation, digital incarnation of this Space Hulk board game. It's a first-person shooter, but highly tactical. You command a squad, and you really have to know what you're doing or you're dead. Nice atmosphere. Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger. At its time, it was the most expensive game ever, and it had real actors like Mark Hamill and who else do we have? Malcolm McDowell, and had all this. This was basically a movie, and had some gameplay bits thrown here and there, and it was the greatest thing ever. Well, not on a 3DO. Again, the control is a bit crappy, best played on the PC, but nice game even on 3DO. Slayer, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Slayer. I really like AD&D games because I'm a nerd. But Slayer isn't. This is no Eye of the Beholder. I can tell you that. This is a real-time 3D game. Not you don't walk in squares like in the Eye of the Beholder games. But what makes this interesting is that it has random dungeons. They say that you'll never play the same game twice. But usually when a game makes that statement, it means that there is no good levels on it, and that's quite true here. You can play it through. The levels aren't. They're random. They aren't as thought about. They aren't designed that way. So it's this isn't as good as I thought it was. But there is another Advanced Dungeons and Dragons game for it, and I've forgotten about the name. Sorry about that. But still, AD&D games are nice on any console. Battle Chess. I really like this game on Amiga. Great graphics, and even though the game makes playing chess incredibly slow, but there's just something great when the queen walks through to a tower and demolishes it, and the battle parts are really spectacular. Lots of loading though, and the walking animations are really slow, and you'd be better off playing. If you really want to play chess, you'd have to play it on a real board. But Battle Chess, nice game. I like it. Finally, here we have Police Notes. This is the pilot disc, which was just the beginning of the game, or was it something else? I know there was some added bonus material here as well, some pictures and info. But here is the full game, only released in Japan, although it was ported to Sega Saturn as well, but again, only in Japan. A game by Hideo Kojima, later known for naturally the Metal Gear, but they say that this is an excellent game. Really haven't played it because again I don't speak Japanese, but I just had to own this game. Nice graphics. It is adventure game, mystery game. Lots of plot going on, as you could expect from Hideo Kojima, and a really nice music, great atmosphere. You should check out some videos of Police Notes on the YouTube. Well, here was my 3DO collection. Like I said, that 3DO really has some good games, in addition to the crappy interactive movies that the CDI was almost only comprised of. but and the great thing about 3DO is that there is no regional coding, so go ahead and import those European or American games wherever you are. And I'm getting almost through of my collection videos here. Still have GameCube, PS2, the Wii and PC to go. Maybe you should tell me which one to go next for. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.